Hello there, niece, nephew, aunties, uncles, cousins, and them. How are you doing? Are you here? Are you well? Are you good? I hope you are. Happy New Year. Okay, the last quarter was a doozy. It was a doozy, but just like this episode, the title is fit perfect. Okay, life be lifin, but we're grateful to be in it, and I am grateful that you are here. So what's going on, you guys? I'm speaking low because Auntie has been away and getting some things to bring, like a ring light and a microphone, trying to do some things this past quarter that y'all didn't see me. But it's your young auntie, Miss Coy here, hoping you're good, hoping you're well, hoping you're blessed whenever and wherever you come across this. Thank you so much, family, okay, for finding the time in your busy schedule, and you found parking. I'm so glad to hear that, okay? If you didn't, don't worry. You can put your hazards on. You should be safe. My neighborhood is all right. Nobody should hit you if you're double parked. But see if you can find a spot, okay? While you're here, know that you're family. Know that you're loved. Feel free to get you a snack, get you something to drink. My beverage is right here because we at the Young Aunties podcast love to politic and parlay. Because as you know, we're the best table at the cookout, okay? The millennial young aunties and unks keep it lit, okay? We keep it lit. Most of us are approaching 30. In our 30s, about to hit 30 this year. And we're keeping it lit for everybody else, the younger generations. You're welcome. I am so glad to be back here with y'all. I cannot begin to express my gratitude for you coming back. I got a lot of topics I want to talk about. It's a lot of life updates we got to get through. So let's just do that. Let's just do that, right? Okay. So look, boom. Last quarter was giving ghetto. Like October to December was given, okay, I must be on the strong soldiers list, and I didn't know it. First things first, literally the last time that I talked to y'all, I was talking about how happy I was in my relationship. Yeah, that has come to a close. I don't know if it's permanent. I don't know if it's gonna come back around. I have no idea. All I know is that Auntie is single, not looking to mingle, because I had a few interactions that were totally unwarranted, but it gave me like a temperature check of what's going on out here in the dating world, and I'm scared. It's giving jump scare, okay? I'm nervous. So I'm gonna just wait for the Lord to present me to my husband, okay? Because what I will not renege on, and that's a black people term if you know spades, what I will not renege on is that I truly believe I am somebody's wife. I truly believe I am somebody's mother, like somebody whole mother of their child. Not a baby mama, no offense, but just saying. I believe in the ability for God to come through and surprise and blow my mind. So I don't know if the man I was with is my husband and it's just like right person, wrong time, or if it was wrong person, wrong time. I don't know. I have no idea. But God has shown me how he is like the best at alley-ooping your timeline. Like by now, I'm 28, I'll be 29. This is my birthday month. And shout out to me. Happy birthday, Auntie. Getting older and loving it. But by the time I turned 28, if I'm being transparent and honest with y'all, like I really thought that I was going to be in a long-term committed relationship, like that's leading to marriage. I ideally wanted to have my first child because my mother had me when she was 28. So I thought that was like always a good age gap, not too old, not too young, all that good stuff. And God is just reminding me why he's the Alpha and the Omega. So I'm learning a lot. I will tell you that this time around, because heartbreak is, I'm not a newbie to it. Yeah, when you praying and you really hoping that God's gonna do something and he do something else, it don't mean that what you hope for didn't come through. It just might be a little delayed. Delay is not denied, you know. But I'm in a much better space. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That is one of the main reasons. Ooh, that wind is winding. It's real windy in Jersey, y'all. Today it's raining real bad. We got a little bit of snow that didn't stick, and now I guess Mother Nature is just coming back with a different kind of vengeance because it's cold and it's windy. crazy. But in regard back to the whole breakup situation, to anybody else, because I realized I wasn't the only one. Like 2023 was a beautiful year for some people's relationships, and others it was the like final, like it broke people up. Like 2023, I remember seeing so many celebrity couples like going through breakups, like Tiana Taylor and Iman and Remy Ma and Papoose. And I'm like, oh my God, like these are staples of Black love. Like, what is happening to Black love? Like, Lord, please let me not be next. And, so it is what it is. But I believe in a loving relationship. I believe that God has a godly, loving kingdom relationship for me. I got some work clearly that he has to still do on me. I thought in my head I might have been ready to be a wife, but maybe I'm not just ready just yet. Reality, I'm not ready for nobody to be calling me Mrs. and Mommy, because I might have a moment like, who you talking to? I'm a what? But no, we carry ourselves with the marriage mindset, and when God says it'll be time, it'll be time. And that's just that life update right there. Kind of put that in the bow. Let's move right along. Okay. Next update. Life, work be working. I know y'all know what that means. Work is work. Work is working. Working my nerve. Working my patience. Working my faith. Work is working. Work is working. Family is good. Last quarter, celebrated a few transitions of life. Okay. A couple homegoings. That you got to give God praise for, that the life was here, that we were able to experience them for the years we had. That doesn't mean you don't miss them any less when you're grieving people. And that's another thing that I'm learning. When you're grieving the loss of someone or something, whether it be an opportunity, whether it be a person, whether it be a dream delayed, whatever the case may be, healing is not linear. I'm learning that. Like, it's not, I'm good. Like, I'm never going to have a down day. Like, I'm definitely, we're still cried this morning. Okay, let's just be transparent, because y'all family, so we can talk like this. Okay, but anyway, not going back on that. Why am I going back on that? That's not why we're here. We're here for other things, because Aunty is healing and doing better, and I've recommitted myself to God in many ways, and to myself, to not sleep on me no more, and not sleep on what God has given me. And one of the things that he's given me is this podcast, my family on the internet, connecting with y'all, opportunities that I haven't seen. I don't know. But I know that this is a passion from him, because I can't shake it. I can't let it go. I can't. So we here again. Life and working. Family for the most part is healthy and well and good. We keeping and praying that God keep his hand in favor over us for 2024. Okay. I'm not, about to sit here and be in the pulpit with it like, 2024 means more, because I've been watching nothing but sermons the last couple days. But not every waking minute sermon. I'm not gonna sit up here and play with y'all like that, because I'm real. We walking this thing out. Listen, being a Christian is not cookie cutter. It's not one size fits all. It's not everybody gonna figure it out the right way. We all working this thing out. So let's not judge. Don't judge me, please, because I'm a work in progress, and as long as you're alive, you are one too. Okay. Y'all excuse me if I keep fidgeting on my floor, because my back, the way my back is set up, my backing. But y'all know I got my notes. Your auntie got her notes. I'm just making sure I hit everything. Let's see what else happened in life over the last quarter. I attended my first dance class, like as an adult. It was a lot of fun. Diva Dance of Jersey City, New Jersey. Shout out to y'all. Okay, my first dance class ever. I had so much fun. I used to take dance when I was a kid. My mom had me in ballet, and I was really, really fond of African dance. And that's actually something I kind of want to tap back into before my knees give out on me all the way. Okay. But I really enjoyed it. I made a friend, and it was a lot of fun. And I think I got a little snippet. I'm going to show y'all a little snippet. Why not? Watch your auntie for a quick second. Let's go. Yeah, I did a little something. I ain't do too much. Just a little something. I'm sorry if y'all can hear the background, but I live in the hood, so sirens are a part of my white noise. I had that thought the other day. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to live in like the country or the cul-de-sac where I can't hear sirens, and I think that's like a trauma response. because it'd be too quiet. How I know your police? How I know they on the clock? How I know your fire department working? How I know your ambulance is running if I don't hear them in the middle of the night? Huh? How I know your 911 operator center is live if at 2 in the morning I'm not being woken up by blaring sirens? I don't know. Maybe just living in the hood. Maybe that's just a thing from living in the hood. But I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so excited to just be back and chit chat and talk with y'all. And I think this is going to be the spot where we meet. I know the first episode I said it was going to be in the car. And sometimes it might be. But for right now, especially with it being cold outside, baby, it's cold outside. We in here. Okay. So before I get too far into catching y'all up, one more other thing I want to catch y'all up on is that I was finally a part of the girls chat group that made it out of the group chat. Yes, me and my girls, we went to the Poconos, and when I say me and my girls, I mean one of my really good girlfriends, Dominique, started a Bible study group, I want to say a year and a half ago, and it has become my second sisterhood. Every single one of those young ladies are like my sisters. We meet every Thursday. We sit, we politic, we parlay, we talk God, we talk Jesus, we talk life. We encourage each other. We pray for each other. We pray with each other. We keep each other accountable. Like, I really love my girls group. I really do. And it's not even my group, but you know how you like, I love my sisters. Like, that's just my sisters in Christ. I love y'all. And so we went to the Poconos because it was Dom's birthday weekend. She wanted to do a little something in the Poconos, and we made gingerbread houses, and we sang karaoke, and we danced a lot and got real sweaty and stuff like that. And we went to a winery, which was real, real cute. I've never been to a winery before, and I definitely want to make it my business to like go to them because aesthetically it was nice. But when I tell y'all the food, I can't stop dreaming about the nachos. It was like a loaded plate of nachos. I don't know. The nachos had me. The spinach and artichoke dip had me, and the garlic knots. I'm so basic sometimes, but I'm simple. I'm not basic. I'm simple, not basic. But before I lose y'all, cause y'all know y'all auntie gonna yap. Y'all know we gotta yap. Y'all know we gotta politic and parlay. Okay, I got some things to yap about, cause the last quarter almost took me out bars, but I got some things to get off my mind. Okay, so let's just jump on into it. Make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you have your snacks, your drinks, your beverages. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just put y'all right down there for a second so I can get my libation. Before we jump into these topics, okay? I hope you're are you strapped in? Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's yap about some stuff. All right, boom. And y'all still never helped me get a song. Did I mention that in the first video? I need a song. I need a theme song for the yap about it. Or politic and parlay. I don't know what to call it. But let's politic and parlay for a quick second. So most recently, let's get into it. Did y'all see the church in Atlanta that went viral? I know y'all probably saw it. The church in Atlanta that went viral for swag surfing. If you didn't see it, you know your auntie got you. So let's review together, shall we? Discuss. We'll politic and then we'll parlay.
That's how we going out of here tonight. Look at your neighbor and say, walk it out.
Walk it out. Look at your neighbor. Walk it out.
They trying to act like they don't know what you
So
referring
this is where
to.
it started.
Look at them and tell them, walk it out.
Hey, now walk it out. 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 DJ Southside walk it out. We ain't walk it out. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
Now listen. Bear with your auntie. Okay, I'm a millennial for a reason. Okay, that song, that dance always has a special place in my heart. Always will. Okay, it come on at a bar, it come on at a club. I'm hitting it. But at church, I'm not judging nobody. I remember looking at this when it first went viral, and a lot of people were like in the comments were talking about how, the area like in Georgia, like, in Atlanta, New Year's is one of the most violent days, kind of like it's a lot of shootings that happen. It's a lot of people that get killed and stuff like that. And so this church is trying to make every effort to keep more young people off of the street and doing nonsense by being actually in church. So that was kind of like the preface that everything was set up on. So even with the walk it out, I just found that today. And I was like, oh, so that's how we started this. Because I had a bunch of other questions like, well, where was it at in the sermon? Where are we in service that we swag surfing? Because it was for the New Year's Eve service. It was for New Year's going into New Year's Day. You know, it was watch night service, and this is their watch night service. So they had to walk it out. Okay. But this is what went viral across the internet. This is the clip that went viral. Hold on. Here we go. Right there. That's where it lost me. That's where it lost me. That's where it lost me. I'm off hypnotic. Like y'all got to know the lyrics. This is again my generation. This is our song. I'm off hypnotic is like the first lyric that come out. I personally just wouldn't have wanted to hear that at church. If I was, again, where was it in the service? Are we about to leave? Like, are we going? Like, is this getting people out the like? What is this getting people out the building? Because what's going on for real? It's given the church is not supposed to be of the world. And I'm not trying to judge because I know it's hard just observing, just as a sheep, how hard it can be for churches to pull in the youth, to pull in people, to make them interested. But there's certain things you just, it's one of those things. Now, me personally, I can't lie and act like I wouldn't have been in there swag surfing. That's just your auntie. I got a problem. I like music. I like dances. If I know the music and I know the dance that go to it, you might get something. You might get something. But I'm gonna tell you that while if I was there and I heard the song come on, and I'm like, because honestly, because I keep bouncing, y'all know me. I keep bouncing because my brain is hitting a bunch of different thoughts. Because I first thought, right, I thought they were gonna play like a Christian remix version. Not gonna hold you. I thought they were gonna cut out the I'm off hypnotic. I thought it was gonna be like some kind of unknown underground Christian rapper come out and give a performance. I did not expect it to be the song. I didn't expect it to be the song. So if I was in church and I was in one of them pews and I heard the man, I'm up that swag, I promise I would have thought it was going to cut, but I would have still been hitting this because this is the basic. You feel me? This it right here. I'm swag when I'm surfing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm off hypnotic, and that's where we got to get that out. Get that off of holy ground. That's where we got to get that off of holy ground. But no judgment. I mean, they had the people in there. The people was moving. I pray the people got a word. That's really what my hope is. I hope that the bishop gave a good word that helped them people feel better than wanting to leave the church and go to a club because they done got turned up. They don't want to go get something to eat and go to bed to bring in the new year right with the Lord. They want to go now to the club. I don't know. I hope that wasn't the case, but and just for reference, the caption says hashtag Bishop William Murphy and his church, the Dream Center Church of Atlanta, are currently going viral as footage from their New Year's Eve service is making its round on social media. The clips give a glimpse at folks walking it out and swag surfing as they count it down to the new year. So I'm gonna assume, and you're not supposed to assume, but I'm going to make the educated guess that it probably was going into the new year and it wasn't like a critical part of service. So I probably just answered my own question. So let's yap about something else. Did y'all hear about Halle having a baby we already knew she was having? It was the worst, best kept secret, girl. It was the worst, best kept secret. Her and DDG, child, we knew you was pregnant. This how you know we family. We knew. We wanted to bring a baby shower gift. I knew I had something on the registry. I was ready. I was ready to send something to the house. I was ready to give me a little diaper cake. I wanted to play the game where you see how, who could guess the right measurement of her stomach with the tape. I wanted to play the games at the baby shower, girl. We knew. We knew. We been peeped. The internet, your black cousins on the internet, Miss Halle, you already know we nosy. You know we nosy. But I'm so happy for her and DDG and the whole family. Like Halle grown. And this is something I want to say to y'all. Y'all got to let kids grow up. A lot of people, when they start to see like, oh, that's Halle Bailey, she's Ariel. She's a grown woman in a committed relationship with a man that loves her, supports her craft, supports her calling. all that good stuff. You feel me? They young, and now they done made a family together. And I pray God prosper them and bring them into a union, okay, that makes everything make sense. All right. But if he don't, and this is just what it is what it is. It's a blessing. Halo, welcome, baby Halo. Welcome, nephew, cousin Halo. Okay, to the world. We love that. We love it for you, Miss Halle Bailey. Living your new mama glory, honey. And I remember seeing a video on Instagram, which I thought was really hilarious because once I saw it, I was like, I can't unsee it. And they probably definitely right. When her and DDG were decorating Christmas cookies. I'm gonna see if I can find a clip and show y'all. But her and DDG were decorating Christmas cookies, and she like got up from the table. And the way she got up from the table, somebody was like, yeah, she definitely just had a baby. Like, I know that get up anywhere. I hollered because I definitely know that get up too from seeing pregnant women or women that had just had a baby getting up and moving around. Man, that slow get up and move around. You like, oof, you hurting, ain't you? You still healing up. I ain't mad at you, but they cute. And the way DDG described they baby, he said that he's like the most handsomest baby in the world. So I'm excited for when they decide to release his pictures, probably like when he's 6 months old or something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I want to see the baby. I want to see the baby. Or I want a P.O. box so I can send a gift. Because y'all are too cute. And Halle has been my favorite ever since before Beyonce discovered her and her sister when they was on YouTube. Like I've been fans. I've been fans of the sisters. I can't wait. Chloe do everything right, and Halle can't do no wrong. So we're here for it. Welcome, baby Halo. Congratulations, DDG and Halle. Your internet family is so happy for you. Please let us see the baby when y'all ready. We're excited. Moving on. So, brother Jonathan Majors, we need to call cousin John to the carpet. We need to bring him to the back table to where the cousins could talk to him because this whole thing, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. So for those of us that don't know ain't in these people business like that, let me help you out because your auntie a little nosy, but I got good intentions. Okay. Couple months back, Jonathan Majors got caught up in his legal situation, that cost him literally everything in his career because the woman who he was with, the YT woman that he was with, she took him to court and pressed charges, a couple misdemeanors and stuff like that. But let me just get to the article because I don't want to quote y'all or nothing wrong. I'm going from peoplemagazine.com. I'm going to do my best to link all articles and descriptions down in the description box. And what am I sitting up here doing? Did y'all like this video yet? Y'all been sitting up here chilling with me this whole time, been listening to my story and my mess, been sitting up here getting all my good tea, and you ain't subscribed? I shouldn't have had to say that at the beginning. We family. Go ahead, hit that like button. Go ahead, subscribe. Go ahead, share so that other cousins, aunties, nephews, and unks could come to the latest table at the cookout. Okay, go ahead, do that for me. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and also on TikTok because I'm up there too. Okay, and we available on Apple and Spotify if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, go ahead and do that because we family. Because I'm not gonna sit here and be playing with you like this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you do that, and I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some more libation. Hold on. But you do that. Do that for me. Do that for your auntie. I appreciate you. Because remember, I told you, you are loved here. Show me you love me back. Okay? Like, subscribe, share. Do it. Love you. Thank you, niece. Appreciate you, nephew. All right, moving on. So back to the article. Okay. So people, courtesy of People Magazine, and I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm loud. I'm getting used to this. Okay. I'm still getting used to this. Let me know. Drop it in the comments if I'm loud. Okay. So Jonathan Majors says he was shocked and afraid by guilty verdict in the first interview since trial. Okay, here we go. The actor had his first interview since the verdict with ABC News anchor Lindsay Davis on Good Morning America Monday. And I believe I have some clips because before I get into this, to my black men out there that, especially in the celebrity world, and this is just something we see, and I don't need a Dr. Umar to bang my chest when I say this, as an educated black woman who loves, adores, appreciates, wants to marry, procreate, and create a legacy with a black man, I think it is slightly sad. Not even slightly sad. I think it is wholeheartedly sad that so many of y'all, when y'all find out how dangerous some white women are, that y'all come crawling back to a black woman. I think it is so sad because there are so many men, so many black men And I'm saying this with so much love to my nephews and my unks. There's so many of y'all that love black women down, so y'all say, but it's not reflected nowhere else. And it's scary. Black women are not to be meant to be like your little side piece on your arm as eye candy or your cool extra black brownie point because you're with a black woman. Like, after everything that went wrong because you was with a non-black woman. I don't know if y'all ready for that conversation yet. I'm not going to offend the kids. I'm not going to offend the family. Let me just read the article. Let me just mind my business and read the article. Jonathan Majors is speaking out for the first time since he was found guilty of assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, last month. On Monday, the 34-year-old Marvel actor had his first interview with ABC News anchor Lindsay Davis on Good Morning America. We covered this, in which he said he was absolutely shocked and afraid upon hearing the verdict. How is that possible? Based off the evidence, based off the prosecution's evidence, let alone our evidence, Major said. The Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. They just be coming with all kind of movie title names. I'm about to come out with something. Starr also said he felt like it was time to give his interview now, as a lot has happened, not only in his personal life, but also in his career and in the culture. And I was watching, I'm not watching. I was listening to The Breakfast Club. I believe it was yesterday or Friday, one of them days. But I was listening to The Breakfast Club where they talked about Jonathan Majors like coming out with the interview, whatever the case may be. And Charlemagne asked the question like, why are you giving an interview now? But you didn't even get on the stand in court. And apparently Jonathan didn't feel like he had to because he thought that the evidence that they had was sufficient enough that he wouldn't have had to get on the stand to defend himself. So he's taking the opportunity now in the eye of the public court of opinion to try and lighten the blow. Okay. And he's on this press tour, and this is where we're at. He said it's about responsibility and coming forward and being brave and giving my part of the story, he added. Despite being shocked about the verdict, the actor told Davis, I'm really blessed. I'm surrounded by people who love me, who care about me, but this has been very difficult, very, very hard, and confusing in many ways, Major said. But I'm standing. Look at God. He also said he hasn't seen his daughter due to the case. Everything has kind of gone away, and it's just me now, and my lovely, partner, actress Megan Good, and my dogs, Major said. Why you ain't seen your baby? We not gonna bump that. Why you ain't seen your baby? That don't make no sense. Maybe it's the press is too much. I don't know. That's weird. I ain't see because of the case. Somebody drop down in the comments, help me understand that. An attorney for Jabari, the ex-girlfriend, Brittany Henderson, alleged in a statement to ABC News in response to Major's interview that he continues to take no accountability for his actions. Quote, his denigration of our jury system is not dissimilar from the above-the-law attitude that he has maintained throughout this legal process, Henderson said in the statement. The timing of these new statements demonstrates a clear lack of remorse for the actions for which he was found guilty and should make the sentencing decisions fairly easy for the court. In a split verdict on December 18th, Majors was found guilty of 2 charges of misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree, recklessly causing physical injury, as well as harassment in the 2nd degree, which is a violation. The Loki star was found not guilty of misdemeanor assault in the 3rd degree with intent to cause physical injury and misdemeanor aggravated harassment in the 2nd degree. The charges against Majors were in connection with an alleged fight between him and former girlfriend Jabari that spilled into the streets of Manhattan's Chinatown neighborhood in March. And those are the videos that have gone around the internet of him running from this lady for blocks. She's chasing him for blocks and he was running, and there was apparently a fight in the SUV where her finger allegedly was broken, and she had a cut allegedly behind her ear, and they fashioned proof of this, and she said that it was a result of what he had done to her in the car. But it's like, if somebody assaulted you so bad in the car, why are you getting out? And this is not victim blaming, but I'm not getting out to chase you in heels in the cold with a broken finger and blood running behind my ear. I'm getting in that car and somebody's taking me to the nearest emergency room. I'm not running after you. You can keep the phone, you keep whoever you was texting. I'm in pain. I don't know. I'm too much of a punk. I'm not about to check. First of all, I don't run. Too top heavy. We're not doing that. Second thing, my knee gonna give out or my ankle, and I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be madder than I already am. And my finger messed up. No, I can't get my nails done for like a month and some change. Now I'm real upset. Take me to the hospital. I don't even want to be here. That's just my thought on that one. I'm just saying. Just an auntie tangent for a moment. Anyway, after last month's verdict, Priya Chaudhry, one of the actor's defense lawyers, issued a statement on behalf of her client. It is clear that the jury did not believe Grace Jabari's story of what happened in the SUV because they found that Mr. Majors did not intentionally cause any injuries to her. But we are grateful for that. We are disappointed, however, that despite not believing Miss Jabari, the jury nevertheless found that Mr. Majors was somehow reckless when she was attacking him. Chaudhry continued in the statement, Mr. Majors is grateful to God, his family, his friends, and his fans for their love and support during these harrowing 8 months. She added, Mr. Majors still has faith in the process and looks forward to fully clearing his name. He will return to court for sentencing on February 6th, where he could face up to a year in jail. Now, the videos that have kind of gone viral most recently, and it was in context of what had came out during like the whole trial and everything, where there was like audio recordings allegedly came out where he was like, the way they tried to make it sound was he was berating this woman, this white woman. We grown. I'm not gonna play these games. He was berating his white girlfriend to quote unquote act like a Coretta Scott King. And everybody was sitting up here like, why would you tell a white woman to act like a black woman? Like, that makes no sense. Like, that was the surface of it. And that was kind of where I took it at first. And I was like, well, maybe he's talking about in a different context. And come to find out in his interview that he had today, that's pretty much what he said. Like, so let's get into it a little bit and then we'll come right back. Hold on. Auntie ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting right here, but here we go.
Major's new girlfriend, actress Megan Good, has remained by his side, even present for our interview.
How would you describe your relationship?
She's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta, you know? I'm so blessed to have her, you know? The relationship is still fresh, but, you know, I think I found her.
So, Kat, please don't come in here being rude. Don't come in here being rude. I'm talking. This is my podcast. This is my podcast. Based off of that video, right? My mindset is I totally understand how she's been like a Coretta. Okay? What that gives me is that, of course, she's being a Coretta to you, Jonathan. She was a first lady. She knows how to play her role. She knows how to play the supportive black woman behind the black man that might be going through trials, tests, and tribulations that only him and the Lord can see. That's the beauty of being partnered with a woman who can understand you at a mitochondrial level, at an ancestral level, at a level that no matter who you try to put next to you, may not compare, won't compare. And I honestly don't understand what that means to be like a Coretta, because truth be told, there's a lot of great women in history, black women specifically in history, that have been able to support and be pillars of support and encouragement for their men. And I don't think it was ever like a comparison kind of thing, like, oh, you need to be more like this woman. When it comes down to him comparing and saying he found his Coretta, I think it's really interesting, like I said a little earlier, how a lot of black men, celebrities that I see, that when trouble comes and it has to involve like a partner that they've had that is a non-traditional black woman, they somehow always find their way back into the arms of a black woman, of a traditional phenotypically presenting black woman. Always. And it's because you know where the heart is. You know where home at. And it's so sad that black women have to be the rescue, have to be the Corettas after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's mad weird. But Miss Davis, in the interview, she presented it to him like, you know, how it was really interesting, or like how people have noticed that, you know, what you said to this white woman, asking her to be your Coretta. So let's just listen to this part, shall we?
You're probably well aware that that people were saying, well, why was he telling this woman to be like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama?
It was me trying to give an analogy of what it is I'm aspiring to be. You know, these great men, Martin, President Obama, and trying to give a reference point to that. One of the things I also say is, like, I need her, in that case, Grace, to make the same sacrifices that I am making.
So I think that's a valid point. Not saying it's valid for his situation or for her being in his situation, but I think it kind of speaks to a bigger thing of a man, like how some men want their women to be willing to make certain sacrifices in the way that they're making them. But I don't think it's the same all the time. Like, I don't think it's the same kind of sacrifice. Like, the way people's perspectives on dating can be so skewed when you're in it. It doesn't look like a sacrifice because it doesn't feel like a sacrifice. Or like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, when he said he wanted Grace to sacrifice the way that he sacrifices, or because he wants to be a great man like Martin, he wants her to be a great woman like Coretta. My thing is this, though, and this is kind of the bigger part of it for me. Coretta was a wife. Coretta was a wife. Coretta wasn't a girlfriend. Coretta was not a long-term committed girlfriend. Coretta was a wife. Coretta was supporting her man like wives support their husbands. Just throwing that out there. Just saying. Y'all be wanting stuff and don't really be understanding, I think, full context of what you want. You wanted this white woman to be a Coretta when really you needed her to be like a, I don't know. Y'all help me out. But I'm just saying, Coretta was a wife. Obama, the Obamas married. They was willing to stand by their man still. Michelle's still here. Stand by her man because that's her husband. But he probably also was acting in a way, behaving in a way, treating her in a way like husbands do. That made her feel like, yeah, I can put my neck out on the line for the one that's the head of my house. I don't know. I ain't never been married. So I don't know. I don't know how y'all get down. I think it's great that he's found his version of Coretta and Megan Good. I know a lot of people were skeptical about him and Megan getting together, and like him and Megan, like her being kind of like a, like, what was that dude name that dated, what's it, Lori Harvey? Michael B. Jordan. Like, they was trying to say like, oh, she's just kind of like the black girl on his arm so that black people will support him and come rally behind him, you know, stuff like that. Like, and it's not to sound crazy or nothing like that, but I'm just speaking for what the culture says, and that's what it looks like. It looks like you realized you didn't like snowing, so you came back, and now you looking for some hot cocoa to warm you up. I'm just saying. Let's move along. Let's politic about something else. For y'all be like, Auntie, I gotta go. I gotta go move my car. Let's just talk about it while we still here. Okay, let's just move right along. I promise you, we got some lighter hearted stuff coming up at the end. I'm almost done. Y'all about to get out of here. Y'all want to go already? If you want to go, you can go. I hope you don't, because I got some other stuff I want to talk to you about real quick. You still here? Okay, bet. Cool. So did y'all hear, millennials, this is speaking for us. This is for us. Did y'all hear that there is like a new stat out that says like Mario Kart is the most stressful game? Let me get it for you. Hold on. Because I wouldn't make it up to you. I promise I wouldn't make it up. Give me a second. That's why you gotta have this stuff queued up, Auntie. You gotta have this stuff queued up. Your auntie got it. I got it. Here we go. I'm just going with the first source that I found, honestly. From the Toronto Sun, it says Mario Kart is the most stress-inducing video game, says a study. And it says, faced with the boredom of COVID lockdown, many turn to video games to pass away the time. But some have discovered video games can boost stress levels, especially when you're highly competitive and cooped up inside. According to a study commissioned by Bonus Finder, one of Nintendo's signature games, Mario Kart, was found to be the most stressful play. The commission researchers worked with 14 competitive gamers to play 16 of the most popular and challenging games out there. While playing, the gamers' heart rates were also measured. While playing a 30-minute Mario Kart session, players experienced elevated heart rates by an average of 21 beats per minute, which is a 32.8% increase over resting time. The gamers stated Mario Kart was more physically taxing compared to others that they tested. According to Bonus Finder, physical exertion can be compared to light exercise. You want me to tell you the real millennial auntie truth as to why Super Mario Kart or Mario Kart in general is the most stressful game? Do you want me to tell you that? Let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. Because it could come from anywhere. You get invested in a game, you get in first place, you holding second tight. Let somebody get the blue shell with the wings, bro, to the first person. Let somebody get a squid and it ink your whole screen up. But it's not even about the special features. You could keep your bananas, you could keep your little shocks. That's not really doing too much when I got the controller. You want to know why it's most stressful? It's the board game. It's the level board. And it's only one level that's coming to my mind. And if you're a true millennial, put it in the comments right now. What's the most stressful board of Super Mario Kart? Because I'm going to show you what it is. I'm going to show you what got their heart rate up. I promise you this is what got their heart rate up. Because it got everybody's heart rate up. I didn't even want to play this level when it came up. I was like, nah, y'all could play around me. I gave my controller off. Don't even play with me like that. This right here. What's this? You look at that and immediately hearts start going up. This ain't the Moo pasture. This ain't Donkey House. This ain't even Bowser's Castle stress. Okay? Ain't none of those stresses compared to this rainbow ribbon road. Don't nothing compare to it. Don't nothing compare to the stress, bro. Nothing at all. Because you got to be fast and slow at the same time. You could drift too far, fall right off the thing, start at the beginning. Drift too far, fall off, come back. Somebody hit you with a shot. Somebody hit you, take all your coins. Yeah, Super Mario Kart is stressful. Just like Uno. Just like Uno. You might not have friends when you finish with your round. I'm just saying, you got to be careful with who you play Super Mario Kart with. That's not a game for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart. And it's been out since I was born. Like, I think the first game came out in 94, 96. In between there somewhere. I'm 95, boo. I grew up with this game. So yes, the stress is real. But if you ain't got it in you, just pass the controller. That's all you gotta do. Just pass it. And that's all we're gonna do. Okay? And then we're gonna talk about something else. And I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. So there was a video recently that came up on my TikTok For You page. And I'm just gonna give y'all the meat and potatoes before I show y'all the video, because more than likely you probably already saw this. And if you haven't, it just makes me remember the days and miss those days, like the young juvenile days when you used to bring your friends over to the house and your mama there or your aunties there, whoever in the house with y'all. You got your girlfriends over and y'all having fun, and a couple hours later everybody go home and your mama pull you to the side. I know my mama did. And she would pull me to the side. She said, that girl ain't your friend? And I would stand 11 toes down. Like, Ma, what are you talking about? That's my best friend. That's my homegirl. Like, we okay, we in there. The two peas in a pod, what? We're the same pea in the same pod with extra room. Like, what are you talking about? That's not your friend, girl. But all right, my mother would always let me see for myself that was not my friend. And this situation that popped up on my TikTok For You page reminded me of how the fact that the new generation is not, the elders of the new generation, the women, are not having these conversations where we're helping you field and vet your friends. Because this Megan adult story, let's get into it, family. Let's just get into it. So Megan is a beauty influencer on TikTok. Okay, shorty got a lot of followers. All right. She decides to tell a story, and I got the clip. We're going to watch it. I'm going to give you the brief, and then you're going to watch her tell a story. But she decides to tell a story while doing her makeup. Okay, and this is a trigger warning right now before you even see it. She does speak about in her video that a friend of hers was physically assaulted. Okay, so if that's sensitive for you, I understand. You do not have to watch this part. You can skip to the end. Commentary might be a little funny. Might be a little bit. But just giving you a heads up, okay? Because your auntie cares about you. I don't want you walking in no conversation that you shouldn't be a part of. This ain't one of those kids go sit at the kids' table. If you want to be here, you here. Okay, so we're gonna talk. All right. So Megan, she tells the story while she's beating her face that a few of her and her girlfriends went out. Okay, this is the first story she tells. A few of her and her girlfriends went out for a night on the town, yada, yada, yada. They drunk, they out so late, clubs and spots is closed, and they decide to go to McDonald's. Okay, they hit Mickey D, hit the dollar menu, get them a couple sweet teas, couple, little burgers or whatever. And while they standing there chilling on somebody's porch, this man come up to them and start giving them compliments like, oh, all y'all so beautiful, da, 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 this, and the third. They say thank you, thinking he gonna keep it a peaceful night, keep going about his business. That's not what happened, okay? Because a lot of y'all men, and to the uncles and nephews again, please do not get your briefs or boxes in a bunch. Your auntie niece Coy is just coming out of love. But a lot of y'all fellow male brethren, the marbles are in the sewer grate. Okay, they floating in somebody's stomach in the ocean. All right. They're matter of fact, they're not even doing all of that. They left in the box on the IKEA shelf at the store. Okay. A lot of y'all fellow male brethren out here, that's a part of y'all male species subculture. All right. Whether they taking red pills or not, a lot of them is missing their screws, missing their marbles, missing a key part of their brain. It did not come in the delivery with Amazon. Do you understand me? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It did not come there. So you got these men out here that's half brained, okay, and got no real kind of sense of emotional regulation, like they big old 5-year-olds that need to be in pre-K 4 all over again. But he proceeds after, to give this compliment that they all beautiful or whatever, not proceed to go about the rest of his night. He then asks Megan for her social media information, her socials, as she calls them. Okay. So he proceeds to ask Megan for her socials, and she declines him respectfully. He refuses to move. Okay. So the first time he refused to move, one of her friends, who was the friend that got assaulted, okay, spoke up for her, defending her, and said, like, pretty much like, can you leave us alone? Like, she's not interested, leave us alone. Like, have a good night, blah, blah, blah. He refuses. And he's like, I'm not leaving until she gives me her socials. Now, it's at this point where if you're so dang on adamant about a Snapchat or Instagram or an X profile or whatever I got that you want, I'm going to give it to you. Because now you're doing too much. Now you're saying you're not going to move. It's not that deep. It's social media. I'm going to block you. Megan refuses again. Because she's, she the type of person when she say something, she going to double down. That's what she say. That's what she said in her video. You're going to see it. So she doubled down. She say no. He doubled down. He not moving. Her friend doubled down and say again to this man, you need to be about. You need to find somewhere to be and get there quick. He ain't like that too much. He proceeds to said friend that defended her. Now, this is Megan's account. This man proceeded to repeatedly punch this girl in the face. That's what she said. To the point where he made her fall. Remember, I said they were sitting on steps, chilling, eating at McDonald's. He made her fall down the steps. Okay. Mind you, all of them got on heels, which I feel like is very important in hindsight. But he made her fall down the stairs. Okay. Her proceeded to continue to assault this girl to the point where Megan said, and I quote, his trousers fell and they could see his bum. Okay. She then proceeds to say that they couldn't do anything. There was nothing we could do. There was nothing we could do. We couldn't do anything because we didn't want to get beat up. We didn't want to get beat up either. So you just let this girl get beat up for you. She then proceeds to say, how pretty much people came from across the street to break them up. The man ran off or whatever the case may be, and him running off. The girl, she beaten up or whatever the case may be. The cops came, they asked for a description or whatever the case may be. And pretty much she gave it like in the first video, she was like, oh, it's the London Underground. You could get on the train and disappear and yada, 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 this, that, and the third. But that's pretty the synopsis of that. So I'm going to let y'all watch it for a second. And then I'm going to come back with full more of my commentary, because with friends like these, who needs enemies? Let me get the video for y'all. Hold on.
A guy asks for your social media, give him your Snap, give him your Instagram. I don't care that he looks like an ogre. I had just finished at the club with my friends and we decided to go for a McDonald's, and we literally just sat on some steps. Bear in mind we are wearing heels and quite small dresses. Obviously we're all a little bit drunk because we've just come from the club, so logic isn't really kicking in.
I don't know about you, Megan, with this whole logic ain't kicking in, but the way my sober so fast game is set up, I can't play with you like that. I'm sorry. I could be drunk as a skunk, but if I need to, oh babe, sober is the name of the game. What are we talking about? What are we saying here? Let me go ahead.
Decides to come up to us and says, oh, you girls look beautiful. We say thank you. Then he asks for my Instagram and I politely declined. Oh no, thank you, I'm not interested. The man did not move. He asked again. I said, I'm literally not interested. Like, no, you can't have my social media.
And in 2024, for the men out there, whether you consider yourself a nephew or uncle or not, y'all really got to get the gift of no. Y'all got to learn the gift of goodbye. Y'all really got to learn these things because it's 2024. A lot of ladies out here is packing more than mouse catoodles. Okay? I'm a woman that believes in self-protection and self-preservation. Okay? So if you can't protect yourself to not get out of body because I told you no, because I said I'm not interested, because I said I got a boyfriend, because I said I'm pregnant, because I said I'm gay, and you continue to pursue me and then you get aggressive and or violent with me, I think that you should get the joy of dying from old age and becoming a grandfather before you get put on a t-shirt and we have to have a heavenly birthday for you with a candlelight vigil because you couldn't take no for an answer. It could be God protecting you. Did y'all ever some of these men don't think about that. I mean, y'all don't answer to God so clearly, but a lot of y'all don't think maybe her rejection is God's protection. They tell women that. They tell us that when we get rejected by a man or a relationship we want don't work out, maybe it's God's rejection is your protection. God sees and knows the conversations about that person that they having about you that you don't know. He's protecting you. He could be protecting y'all. Because y'all play too much with people's daughters. Y'all playing too much with somebody's daughter that might have a daddy, that might have had a friend, that might have had a brother, that might have had an ex, that might have had an uncle that either taught her how to defend herself or gave her some self-defense classes or gave her a weapon of choice to defend herself. Don't nobody want to put you on a t-shirt and have your mama crying. Y'all need to make better decisions. I'm just saying. 2024, please don't let nobody put you on a t-shirt because you couldn't let a lady tell you no because your bruised ego. That's what it is. Your bruised ego made you get out of body. Y'all need to think first. Be slow to speak, slow to anger, and quick to listen. But don't get stuck on the slow part. Just saying.
The man did not move. He asked again. I said, I'm literally not interested. Like, no, you can't have my social media. Just decided that he wasn't going to move until I gave him my Instagram. And he was making us all feel super uncomfortable. Probably should have just given in. If I've said no once, I'm not going to change my mind. Obviously, men don't understand that. So my friend stood up and she said, please, can you move away? She said no. He said, no, I'm not moving until she gives me her socials. My friend again said, move away. She said no, leave us alone. This man then proceeded to punch her and she literally fell down the stairs, but he wasn't done.
Now, real quick before she finished her story, because he wasn't done, but I'm just about done with her. He wouldn't have been able to punch her and then do something else. With the way me and my female friends is set up. With the way me and my sister, and even my friends. It's the problem. Y'all ain't got no code. Y'all young girls out here ain't got no code. What happened to we go out together, we leave together, we come home together? What happened to ain't nobody going to the hospital, ain't nobody going to the precinct, and ain't nobody going to the morgue? What happened to that? We are one band, one sound. You didn't just punch her in the face. You punched all of us. And your fist ain't even come over here. But you just punched all of us. So now you got to get jumped. Because I'm jumping you. There's no way I have on heels. I have access to my keys. There's no way let me shut up. Let me shut up.
He ran down the stairs and continued to punch her, pull her hair. Obviously, this is a 5'4" girl against like a 6'1" man. He was so into the whole punching thing that his trousers literally fell down. Like, we could see this man's whole bum while he's got her.
It's given that girl was never your friend. Or you wasn't friends to her. Because how you just gonna sit there and let that girl get beat up to the point where you remember details that this man's pants fell down and you could see his behind, but you just stood there and watched her get beat up? And I know fights happen very fast. 15 seconds could feel like 3 minutes, 20 minutes. It could feel like it went on forever and it was literally a blink of an eye. I get that. But there's no way I'm about to get up here on a public, national, international platform telling a story while I do my makeup that a girl I know that I went out with that defended me because a man was accosting and harassing me, not even us, defended me and she got beat up. I'm not about to sit up here on Beyonce Good Internet and tell y'all good people that. But I wouldn't talk about my sisters that way. But you don't see this girl as your friend, let alone your sister. So blood couldn't make y'all no thicker, but the water ain't making y'all no thinner. Like, this is oil. It's giving vinegar, acid, reflux.
Pinned on the ground, literally repeatedly punching her in the face. We obviously couldn't stop it because we are also just gonna get beaten up. So strangers were jumping out of their car and trying to separate them, and this man just ended up running off. A massive group of men like asked us what happened and tried to find him, like they all went after him, but genuinely no one could find him. And obviously with the London Underground, you can hop into any station and disappear like that. And someone who was watching it all happen called the police and they asked for a statement from us and like a description of him. Obviously they never found him and nothing was done about it. This girl literally having a patch of hair missing from her head and bruises all over her. And I can't help but think it was...
Why you mention that? That's that petty. That's when you do a lot of this and not enough of this. You keep doing this right here. Why you mention that girl got a patch of hair missing? Got a patch of hair missing and you watched it get pulled out. Don't forget that detail.
I can't help but think it was my fault because I chose to say no to a man, which is crazy. The only way to prevent yourself from this happening and staying safe is honestly just let them have it. Because at the end of the day, as soon as they add you, you can literally block them straight away. I would say avoid giving out phone numbers just because they can still carry on calling you on no caller ID even if you've blocked them. I don't care how ugly they are because this is actually a safety issue. No one should ever experience that in their lifetime.
She's absolutely 100% correct. So let's just address some of the few things that she said, right? And then I'm going to let y'all get out of here because she came out with a part 2. And in the part 2, we might just watch that before I let y'all get out of here. But first thing, it's not that there was nothing that y'all couldn't do. It was a choice. You chose to do nothing. You chose to stand there. That was a choice. You chose not to mess up your outfit, your face, your nails. You chose to let that girl get beat up. That was a choice. Second thing, her saying she feels like it's her fault because she didn't give out her Instagram. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's your fault that this grown adult person decided to physically somebody else because you did not give them your social media. I don't think that that's the bigger point here. The bigger point is that there's a lot of unregulated, emotionally unstable men out here. So ladies, we do have to be a step ahead. So yes, giving your social media over your phone number. Do not give out your phone number because she's 100% right. They can continue to call you. They can continue to harass you, all that good stuff from your phone number. And you should not have to go to your phone service provider to change your phone number just because you made the wrong decision to give it to somebody at a club. Agreed. But in the same respect of we just going to be giving out our information for the sake of being able to get home, I am also someone who's going to advocate for you to do what you need to do to protect yourself. And those of your group need to have the same mindset that we look out for each other for real. We take care of each other for real. It's not I take care of you when I'm at the bar and I need a shot and you got a lot of money. It's not I'm taking care of you because you got a car and you always make sure we get home safe when we go out. It's not none of that. It's not I'm taking care of you because you take my angles. You get the angles and pictures. That's how a lot of friendships are built nowadays. It's given real only for aesthetics, not for authenticity. And that's jump scare. Real jump scare. Because again, I said this on my TikTok. You should follow me. But I said it on my TikTok. I don't think it could ever be me and my friends. I truly don't. Even my Bible thumping, because save don't make you soft. So I don't think it could be us. I just feel in my being, and God is working on me, right? Like he's maturing me. But where I'm at right now, I feel like all of us would have been in the back of a paddy wagon. At least 2 of us would have been making phone calls to a lawyer and or a bail bondsman and or a family member that we know got the 10%. Definitely feel like one of us, because again, how many of y'all went out? Like there's so many questions because you mentioned it like a group of y'all, a gaggle of y'all went out. So if it was more than 4 of y'all standing there, If there was 4 of y'all standing there and one person got beat up, then that's 3 people that's still standing there. Do the girl math with me. If we all came out in heels, how many stilettos is that? If we both got 2 feet and it's 3 of us standing here, how many pointy stilettos are standing while this man is beating this woman? 6. So how many opportunities did we have to repeatedly kick this man if we just took the shoe off and put it in our hand? I'm sorry, is that too gully? Forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm just not about to sit here and acknowledge this as this is what we do now. This is not what we do now. So even in the same respect, I'm going to finish my thought. I believe in protecting yourself. If your state says you can have a weapon to protect yourself, do what you need to do. I'm trying to see what my state says. I'm trying to see what Jersey all about. Because y'all men out here is dangerous. And it's just for self-protection. It's not to be tough. It's not to scare nobody. It's not for none of that. I don't want to have to use it. I would hate to have to use it, but I got a taser. Absolutely. And I'm getting mace. You're not going to have a chance to get close. Huh? That I have to use my taser. That's last resort because it stays charged. Please. I'm not standing. What? I'm sorry. I couldn't have stood there. But let's listen to her second part where she provides, quote unquote, more of an explanation behind that.
Tell the full story, because the message I was literally trying to spread was for girls to say yes more to when guys ask for their social media to protect them. Obviously, I didn't go into full detail with the story because I didn't think that it was the main part, but I clearly didn't articulate myself very well. So since everyone is so confused, I'm just going to tell the full story.
Let's be clear. Nobody was confused by the story. We was eating you up about that story because that story did not paint Megan in a good light. So nobody was confused. But carry on.
Obviously, when the whole incident happened, we were screaming and we ran over straight away. But I just want to give context that the whole incident happened in roughly 15 seconds. And we were in a super busy area of London because literally all of the clubs had just shut. So the streets were busy, like people were out, okay? Before they started fighting, they were already shouting. So people were already aware of the situation going on. Literally, as soon as the fight broke out, people ran to them straight away to split it up. Like, there were so many people.
And it says on her video, it says, we were still at the top of the stairs and people were next to them on the street so they could reach them faster.
Who rushed over and helped us, thank God. Obviously, we were screaming and we ran over, but there were so many people around. We literally
screaming, but not one person threw hands. Not one person hit that dude with a 2-piece and a biscuit to the back of his dome with no Sprite from Popeyes. Not one. Everybody standing there screaming, get off of her. Stop it. Get off of her. Stop hitting her. Somebody help. That's what y'all standing there screaming? Call me aggressive. Because I'm not standing there screaming just that. See, good thing is, I know I'm not the only one cut from this kind of cloth because I was looking at the responses and replies on TikTok and the girlies, was eating her up. Still eating her up. She got all her comments off on TikTok right now. Can't even comment under one of her lash videos. Okay? Eat up. No crumbs left behind. But girl, go ahead.
Get to them first of all. And secondly, as girls, it's terrifying. There are grown men getting beaten up by him. Also, I didn't want to bring up this detail because I didn't think it was relevant to the story. But the girl who it happened to, this was literally my second time ever coming across her because we were there for a girl's birthday and the birthday girl was off with other people like round the corner from where we were. So while this was all happening...
Question, what does telling us that she wasn't your friend, how did that help you? How did that help make anything else about your story better? Because she wasn't your friend, you wouldn't have jumped in. You didn't jump in, that's what it was. Because best believe if that was your best friend, like in the whole entire world, I guarantee you would have been scrapping. But because you just sat up here and said that this girl wasn't your friend because you only been out with her twice, I mean, that's just fake and phony. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm cut from a different cloth. But if you come out with me, I'm taking care of you, period. You're not going to come out with me and be able to be fall over drunk. I'm not babysitting you, but you're not going to be out here looking all kind of crazy. I'm not going to let nobody else talk crazy to you. Even if we got it, like, what do we talk? I'm the friend that if I see a creepy, ugly dude dancing behind you in the club and you don't know who behind you, but you think he cute, I'm going to spin you kindly around. I'm going to get in between that. Like, it's a girls dance kind of thing. What? protection. That's how we protect our women. That's how we protect each other. What you mean everybody else men was getting beat up by him? Who was you fighting? A crackhead Hulk? Who approached y'all? You called him the ogre. Was it really Shrek? Cause what?
I'm also having to call the birthday girl. The fight had also been broken up pretty quickly, and at this point the guy ran away. So the friend who got hurt, we're all comforting her while the men are also asking us if we're okay. A man...
Why was anybody asking y'all if y'all were okay and y'all was at the top of the steps? Why was anybody asking y'all if y'all were okay if y'all were at the top of the steps? Girl, go ahead.
Literally called the police as soon as they started arguing with each other. So there was already help on the way, and these police officers, instead of coming in a car, they chose to come walking because there was already police like patrolling the area. So help came like pretty instantly as well. I took a picture of...
How does help come instantly, but this man was able to pin her on the ground and beat her up? How was help come instantly, but this man was able to run away? Megan, words matter. It was an instant. The fight didn't last 15 seconds. Y'all might have been so lit and tipsy that you thought time was really running against you or working for you. It probably wasn't instant. And that girl, whoever she is, she still ain't come out with her story. But I bet she got a whole different tale of events. It wasn't no 15 seconds. It wasn't no instantly help arrived. What we saying? It's giving you trying to cover behind, Megan. It's giving you backpedaling.
The man, and I had to email it to the police as evidence, and we all had to give statements because we were all involved. We literally had to give descriptions of the man, and then the police a few weeks on said that the picture wasn't good enough quality because obviously it was very blurry. In the story I made it seem like we were just stood back doing nothing.
Wait, hold on. Stop. So you telling me you were able to take a blurry picture but nobody recorded it for the sake of evidence? You took a picture, but you didn't record it? Yeah, y'all type of drunk a little different. It's a lot of different, actually. Not even gonna hold you with a little bit. It's a lot of different.
Because I didn't want to give too many details, and I didn't feel like it was that relevant considering the whole point of the video was me trying to bring awareness to girls not giving out their snaps. Obviously, yes, now I realize I completely misconstrued the whole story, but I didn't even feel like I needed to go into that much detail. But at the end of the day, the message that I was trying to put...
How you figure you ain't need to go into that much detail, but you mentioned that all the details you mentioned? So were you exaggerating it, or was it really what happened? Because if you're going to sit here and say you didn't feel the need to mention all the details, but you mentioned that this man was punching her so much that his pants fell down. You mentioned that he had her pinned to the ground. You mentioned like all these things. Like you mentioned that y'all were all in dresses and skinny shoes. Like you mentioned these other details. You mentioned that this girl has a patch of hair missing. You chose to add these details, but you're going to sit up here and tell me that you didn't think it was important to add all the other stuff in? People that do the basics in editing know, no matter how many cuts you do, you know how to take in and what you need to leave in and take out to get the people going. You knew what you were doing when you cut that video up. You knew it would get sensationalized. You knew people would take you for what you said at face value. Maybe you really did intend to give a PSA to young girls and women about not giving out their snaps or socials when they're out in public, or to give out their snaps and socials when they're out in public, because now I'm confused. Now I don't know what you mean. But either way it goes, Megan, either way it goes, part 2 didn't help you with part 1. Either way it goes, it didn't. But let's just finish it off.
To protect girls' safety, and I feel like that was completely missed from the video. Obviously, I didn't tell the story well enough. Literally just trying to prevent a similar thing from happening, because I know many girls that go out clubbing and will chill afterwards. So my message is literally just for girls to stay safe.
Let me help the girlies and then y'all can get out of here, family. I appreciated y'all time. I'm going to try and help Megan out with where she was trying to help the girlies, okay? When it comes down to safety, we come together, we leave together. We're not going to the hospital, the morgue, or the precinct. I'm not letting you get jumped, and you better swing if somebody try and jump me. That's how we ensure safety. You don't go off with no dude. You don't leave nowhere without your location being on. You don't let somebody know or two people know where you going without somebody knowing where you going. You don't leave your drink unattended. You don't, if you leave your cup in a room, or you leave your cup on the counter, you leave your cup somewhere, forget the drink, just go get a new one at the bar. This is how we keep girls safe. And carry something if you have to. I don't care what it is. Carry something. Take some self-defense classes. Some of us be resting too deep in our femininity. Yeah, I'm coming up out of that, and I'm only resting in it when it's necessary. Because I'm not about to, no, can't have it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the Young Aunties podcast, season 2, episode 2, where life has been lifin', but overall we are so grateful to be in it. Honestly, from the last quarter to this one, I'm excited and just grateful to be here. Like God saw fit for us to be here and be in each other's space and face and in time yet again. So I'm grateful. I hope you are. I hope we can adopt an attitude of gratitude this year, and I'm believing that God is going to do the exceeding and abundantly above all else that we can ask or think that he loves to do so much. I feel like he's going to be doing that a lot. As long as we apply ourselves, we stay focused, we meaning me, meaning you, hold each other accountable, and it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good one. I don't know what is going to be good about it. I don't know what challenges face ahead, but I know my God is going to always be good day in and day out. He ain't missed a day. He ain't stopped punching the clock or nothing like that. So I hope you find some encouragement this week. I hope you found something enjoyable about this video. And I hope you just know that you are loved more than you could ever think about. You are loved and needed, and you are important. And everything you have to offer matters. Everything. And as long as you are still breathing, as long as you wake up and your eyes go like this and your body go like that, you have a purpose to be here. And you're going to find it, even if you don't know what it is yet. It's the perfect time to. Beginning of the year. Try something new. Change yourself. Shock yourself. Don't scare yourself too much. But your auntie love you. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
This is the vision I had in my head. Literally. So why not, right? What's going on, y'all? It is me. And look.